So good morning, Manada. So last class we are discussing about the problems related to EMF equation of a transformer. So some more models is to be related to the either transformer is to be operates on no load condition as well as on load condition. So now, today, so in this, find active and reactive component of no load current. No load current of a 440 by 220 volts single phase transformer if the power input on no load to the high voltage winding is 80 watts. So and power factor of no load current is 0.3 lagging. So based on the given data we are always calculating the two parameters. One is the active and reactive components. So such as either core loss component or magnetizing component. So these two components are existing whenever the transformer is to be operates on no load condition. Another one is the rating of a transformer. Rating of a transformer is 440 volts by 220 volts. So first of all we are writing given data. Given data. So primary voltage is equal to 440 volts. Secondary voltage is equal to 220 volts. 220 volts. So the power input on no load to the high voltage winding is 80 watts. So that means P0 is equal to 80 watts. P0 is equal to 80 watts. So power factor under no load condition. So power factor at no load condition is equal to 0.3 lagging. 0.3 lagging. So based on given information, so we are calculating the core loss component and second one is magnetizing component. Another one is no load current, I naught value. So based on the transformer is to be operates on no load condition, in that position, so we can draw the phasor diagram which is equal to flux. So corresponding current which is equal to IC component which is equal to IM. So resultant of these two components is equal to I naught. So the angle between these two is equal to theta or phi. So then IC is equal to first bit core loss component. Core loss component IC is equal to I naught into cos phi naught. So IC is equal to I naught into cos phi naught, which is also is equal to P naught divided by V1. So why we are drawing this type of equations? So because of we are already know the equivalent circuit of a transformer. Whatever the voltage is to be given to the primary is equal to V1. So which is always operates on two conditions. So one is the resistive component, another one is reactive component. So based on losses is to be existing in these two components is to be represented by a core loss component and magnetizing component. So that's a voltage across the core loss component is equal to V1. So IC is equal to P0 divided by V1. So which is equal to IC is equal to P0 is equal to 80 watts divided by V1 is equal to 440. So then 0.182 amperes. 0.182 amperes. IC is equal to 0.182 amperes. So second one is the magnetizing component. So magnetizing component is also calculated. Then so IC is equal to 0.182, which is to be substituting in place of this one. So that means IC is equal to I naught into cos phi naught. Cos phi naught. So cos phi naught is equal to 0.3. 0.3. I naught is equal to IC divided by cos phi naught. Cos phi naught. So IC is equal to 0.182 divided by cos phi naught is equal to 0.3. 0.3 is equal to 0.606 amperes. So I naught is equal to 0.606 amperes. So another component or another parameter is equal to Im. So based on two parameters, or we can calculating the magnetizing component by using two expressions. So one is Im is equal to I naught into sine phi naught. Sine phi naught. Otherwise Im is equal to square root of I naught square minus IC square. So based on any one expressions, we are easily calculating the reactive component of no load current. So Im is equal to square root of I naught square 0.606 whole square minus IC is equal to 0.182 square. So is equal to 0.578 amperes. 0.578 amperes. So similarly, so we are using this expression Im is equal to I naught into sine phi naught. So from this equation, cos phi naught is equal to 0.3. So phi naught is equal to cos inverse of 0.3. So which is to be substituting in place of phi naught. Im is equal to I naught into sine phi naught is equal to I naught is equal to 0.606 multiplied with sine of cos inverse of 0.3. So by simplifying this equation, when we are getting 0.578 amperes, which is equal to reactive component of no load current. So first of all, we are writing the given data. So based on this data, we are easily calculating the core loss component or magnetizing component. Third one is no load current. Okay, so we can go for another one. So a 3300 volts 30 kVA single phase transformer takes a no load current of 1.5 amperes when the low voltage winding is kept open. The iron loss is equal to 0.4 amperes. Find no load current, no load input power, magnetizing component, power factor of no load current. So first of all, we are writing given data. So which is equal to the rating of a transformer or power is equal to 30 kVA. So transformer rating is always represented in terms of kilovolt amperes. So primary is equal to primary voltage is equal to 3300 volts. Secondary voltage is equal to 220 volts. So transformer is to be operates on no load condition. So no load current I naught is equal to 1.5 amperes. The low voltage winding is kept open. The iron loss component is equal to 0.4 amperes. Iron loss component means IC. IC is equal to 0.4 amperes. 0.4 amperes. So then, we can find out the no load input power. So P naught value. P naught value. So generally, first value P naught is equal to input power is equal to V1 into I naught into cos phi naught. V1 into I naught into cos phi naught. So I naught value is known value. IC is equal to 0.4 amperes. 0.4 amperes. So by using these two expressions, so we can easily find out the cos phi naught. So that means IC is equal to I naught into cos phi naught. Cos phi naught. So cos phi naught is equal to IC divided by I naught. IC divided by I naught. So which is equal to IC is equal to 0.4 divided by 1.5. 1.5. So which is equal to 0.267. 0.267. Cos phi naught is equal to 0.267. So which is to be substituting in place of cos phi naught. So I naught is equal to known value. V1 is equal to 3300 volts. So P naught is unknown parameter. Then P naught is equal to V1 is equal to 3300 multiplied with I naught is equal to 1.5 multiplied with cos phi naught is equal to 0.267. 267. So P naught is equal to 1320 watts. 1320 watts. So these are the no load input power. No load input power. So second one is the magnetizing component. Second one is magnetizing component. So magnetizing component means IM value. Magnetizing component. Magnetizing component IM is equal to I naught sin phi naught. I naught sin phi naught. So IM is equal to IM is equal to I naught is equal to 1.5 amperes. 1.5 into sine of cos inverse of 0.267. 0.267. So then IM is equal to 1.44 amperes. So this is one method to calculating the magnetizing component. Otherwise, so based on the core loss component is equal to 0.4, I naught is equal to 1.5 amperes. IM is equal to square root of I naught square minus IC square. So which is equal to I naught is equal to 1.5. 1.5 square minus IC is equal to 0.4 square. So which is also is equal to 1.44 amperes. So magnetizing component is to be calculated by using two expressions. One is the IM is equal to I naught sin pi naught. Otherwise IM is equal to square root of I naught square minus IC square. So why we are using this type of expressions? Because of the phasor sum of IC and IM. Then only when we are getting no load current. No load current. So based on these two expressions, we are easily calculating the magnetizing components, core loss component and no load current. No load current. So next one is the voltage per turn of a single phase transformer is 1.1 volts. When the primary winding is connected to a 220 volts 50H AC supply, the secondary voltage is found to be 550 volts. So find the primary and secondary turns. Second bit is area of cross section or core area if the maximum flux density is 1.1 Tesla. So Tesla in the sense Weber per meter square is also called as a Tesla. So that is the unit of magnetic flux density. Magnetic flux density. So then, so first of all we are writing the given data. So whatever the data is to be present in the given problem, which is to be represented on particular plot, then only we are easily identifying the unknown parameters. Unknown parameters. So the voltage per turn, voltage per turn is equal to 1.1 volt. 1.1 volt. So when the primary winding is connected to a 220 volts 50 Hz. So primary voltage so V1 is equal to 220 volts. So frequency F is equal to 50 Hz. The secondary voltage is found to be 550 volts. Secondary voltage. So V2 is equal to 550 volts. So find the primary and secondary turns. So find N1, N2, and second bit is so core area. So which is equal to area of cross section of a transformer. So area of cross section of a transformer is calculated by using flux density, which is equal to 1.1 Tesla. So before going to the measurement of N1 and N2, so voltage per turn is equal to 1.1. So in this N1 is equal to voltage divided by number of turns, or first bit is number of primary turns. Is equal to N1 is equal to voltage divided by voltage per turn. So then only when we are getting the number of turns. So that means V1 divided by primary or voltage per turn. So which is equal to 220 divided by 1.1. 220 divided by 1.1 is equal to 200 volts. So second one is number of secondary turns. So 550 divided by 1.1. So that means number of secondary turns, which is equal to N2 is equal to V2 divided by voltage per turn. So which is equal to V2 is equal to 550 divided by voltage per turn is equal to 1.1. So is equal to 500 turns. Sorry. So it is equal to N1 is equal to 200. N1 is equal to 200. N2 is equal to 500. So N1 and N2. So another one is second bit is area of cross section. If the maximum flux density is equal to 1.1. So based on given information, so we can easily calculating the EMF equation of a transformer. EMF by using EMF equation of a transformer is given by E1 is equal to 4.44 into F into phi m into N1. 4.44 into F into phi m into N1. So in this equation we are calculating the phi m value. Phi m is equal to E1 divided by 4.44 into F into N1. So which is equal to E1 is equal to 220. E1 is equal to 220 divided by 4.44 into 50 into 50 into N1. N1 is equal to 200. N1 is equal to 200 is equal to 0.0049. 0.004955 Webers. So which is equal to maximum flux. So but in case of a given information, so core area is to be calculated if the maximum flux density. So Bm is equal to 1.1 Tesla. 1.1 Tesla. Bm is equal to 1.1, but area of cross section are Bm is equal to 5m divided by A. So flux density is equal to flux per unit area. Flux per unit area. So maximum flux is equal to maximum flux divided by area of cross section of transformer. So Bm is equal to 5m by A. So 5m is known value, Bm is known value, A is equal to R. Core area is equal to 5m divided by Bm. So which is equal to area cross section is equal to 5m is equal to 0.004955 divided by Bm is equal to 1.1. 1.1 is equal to 0.004504 meter square. So which is to be converted into centimeter square. So which is equal to 45.04 centimeter square. So this is the area of cross section of a transformer. So our magnetic core. So which is equal to 45.04 centimeter square is equal to centimeter square. So another one is a 3300 by 300 volts single phase transformer. So 300 kVA transformer has 1100 primary turns. Find transformation ratio, secondary turns, voltage per turn, secondary current when it supplies a load of 200 kilowatts at 0.8 power factor lagging. So in this, so first of all we are writing given data. So in this primary voltage V1 is equal to 3300 volts. 3300 volts. Secondary voltage V2 is equal to 300 volts. V2 is equal to 300 volts. So number of primary turns is equal to N1 is equal to 1100. N1 is equal to 1100. So find the transformation ratio. So before going to the measurement of a transformation ratio, so we are also calculating the secondary turns. So in this, so we can find so whatever the parameters is to be calculated by using given data. So first one is transformation ratio, second one is secondary turns, third one is voltage per turn, fourth one is secondary current. So these are the parameters is to be calculated by using given data. So first one transformation ratio. It is denoted by K. So K is equal to V2 by V1, N2 by N1, E2 by E1, I1 by I2. So this is the general expression of a transformation ratio. So but in this, so we are calculating the K is equal to V2 by V1. So V2 is equal to 300 divided by 3300. So is equal to 0.2. K is equal to 0.2. So this is the transformation ratio. So number of secondary turns. So by using of this relation, so that means, so second bit is number of secondary turns. So N2 by N1 is equal to V2 by V1. So N2 is equal to V2 by V1 multiplied with N1. So V2 by V1 is equal to 300 divided by 3300 multiplied with N1. N1 is equal to 1100. So secondary turns. So secondary turns is equal to K2 or E2 is equal to 46. So which is equal to secondary turns is equal to, so secondary turns is equal to, which is equal to 1 by 11. So which is equal to N2 is equal to, these two gets cancelled, 311 is equal to 100. N2 is equal to 100 turns. So then voltage per turn. Third bit is voltage per turn. Voltage per turn is equal to E1 by voltage divided by number of turns. Primary turns N1. So which is equal to V1 is equal to, so 3300 divided by N1 is equal to 1100. So these two gets cancelled, is equal to 3. So which is equal to voltage per turn is equal to 3 volts. So fourth bit is, so if the secondary current when it supplies a load of 200 kilowatts at 0.8 power factor lagging. So secondary current is always calculated across the secondary side. So that means, so P2 or power output is equal to, P is equal to V2 into I2 into cos phi 2. So phi 2 is the load power factor. So in this equation, so P is equal to 200 kilowatts, V2 is equal to 300, cos phi 2 is equal to 0.8. I2 is equal to P divided by V2 into cos phi 2. So which is equal to, P is equal to 200 into 1000 divided by V2 is equal to 300 multiplied with power factor of a load is equal to 0.8. So I2 is equal to 833.33 amperes. So this is the secondary current. So first primary voltage, secondary voltage and primary turns. So based on these three parameters, so we can find out the transformation ratio is equal to V2 by V1, 300 by 3300 is equal to 1 by 11. So secondary turns is equal to N2 by N1 is equal to V2 by V1. So N2 is equal to 100 turns. So third one is voltage per turn. So E1 by N1 or V1 by N1 is equal to 3300 by 1100 is equal to 3 volts. So P is equal to, load power is equal to V2 I2 cos phi 2. So I2 is equal to, our secondary current is equal to power divided by V2 into cos phi naught. So 200 into 1000 divided by 300 into 0.8. So secondary current I2 is equal to 833.33 833 amperes. 833.33 amperes. So next one is a single phase transformer is connected to a 230 volts 50 Hz supply. The net cross sectional area of the core is 60 centimeter square. The number of turns in the primary is 500 and in the secondary is 100 turns. So determine transformation ratio, maximum value of flux density in the core, EMF induced in secondary winding. So these three parameters is to be calculated by using given data. So in this, so first of all we are writing the given data. So primary voltage V1 is equal to E1 is equal to 230 volts. So frequency F is equal to 50 Hz. So the net cross sectional area of the core, so that means A is equal to 60 centimeter square. So which is to be converted into meter. So because of we are using SI units, centimeter square is to be converted into meter square. 60 into 10 power minus 4 meter square. 60 into 10 power minus 4 meter square. The number of turns in the primary, which is to be denoted by N1. N1 is equal to 500. N2 is equal to number of turns in secondary winding is equal to 100. So find, so whatever the parameters is to be calculated, one is transformation ratio, second one is maximum value of flux density in the core. So flux density, so that means Bm, third one is EMF induced in secondary winding, so which is equal to E2. So based on given data we are calculating the transformation ratio, maximum flux density and induced EMF in secondary winding. So first bit is transformation ratio. Which is denoted by K. So all of you know the given expression. K is equal to V2 by V1 or N2 by N1. So we can substituting N2 and N1 finally when we are getting the transformation ratio. K is equal to N2 is equal to 100. N2 is equal to 100 divided by 500. Two zeros are gets cancelled. 1 by 5 is equal to 0.2. 0.2 which is equal to transformation ratio. K is equal to 0.2. So second one is maximum value of flux density. So before going to the measurement of flux density, so first of all we are calculating the maximum flux. So maximum flux is always calculated by using EMF equation of a transformer. EMF equation of a transformer. So E1 is equal to 4.44 into F into 5M into N1. So by this equation 5M is equal to E1 divided by 4.44 into F into N1. So E1 is equal to 230 volts divided by 4.44 into, so frequency of a supply is equal to 50 Hz multiplied with N1. N1 is equal to number of primary turns is equal to 500. So by simplifying this equation, so which is equal to 0.00207 Webers. So by simplifying these two equations, finally 5M is equal to 0.00207 Webers. After calculation of any parameter, we are representing the units. So 5M is equal to 0.00207 Webers. So third one, or flux density. What is the expression of flux density? Bm is always equal to flux per unit area. 5M divided by area of cross section of a magnetic core. So 5M is known value. Bm is also known value. A is equal to 5M divided by Bm. Phi m is equal to 0.00207 divided by Bm is equal to maximum flux density. So Bm is equal, which is to be directly substituting the given parameters. Phi m is equal to 0.00207 divided by area of cross section is equal to 60 into 10 power minus 4. 10 power minus 4. Then Bm is equal to 0.345 Tesla. Weber per meter square is to be represented in Tesla. So Bm is equal to 0.345 Tesla. So last bit is EMF induced in the secondary winding. EMF induced in secondary winding. So which is to be denoted by capital E2. So E2 value is calculated parameter by using given expression. So by using of transformation ratio, E2 by E1 is equal to N2 divided by N1. So E2 is equal to N2 divided by N1 into E1. So N2 by N1, 100 divided by so 500 multiplied with E1 is equal to 230 These two zeros are gets cancelled. So finally E2 is equal to 46 volts. So by using of a given expressions, so first of all, so phi m value, another one is flux density is equal to flux per unit area. So phi m is equal to 0.00207 divided by 60 into 10 power minus 4 meter square. So which is to equal to Weber per meter square, which is to be represented in Tesla. Finally E2 is equal to 46 volts. Thank you.